kick things off. Hello. Pinedale, it's not as long of a trip, obviously, but still a long trip to get home for the loser. A little bit longer when you're on the bus and your team is coming off a loss. So both teams want to stick around. Both teams want to play. The winner of Worland and Lovell, that game is coming up following this one. The winner of that game against the winner of this game for third place in the regionals. The only reason that matters, per se, is that determines seeding for next week's state playoffs. So, yes, it's a consolation game where you're not getting a trophy, per se, for third place, but it does happen that you are playing for something, meaning, in this case especially, avoiding Douglas would be the biggest hurdle for both of these teams as they look to get underway. Mountain View and Pinedale about 5 minutes away from tip-off here live on mylocalradio.com. It is just before 11 a.m. local time here in Worland, Wyoming. Mountain View and Pinedale. Mountain View is going to be wearing their home whites for this one with the purple trim down the side. It will be the home team on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, the Pinedale Wranglers wearing their all-green uniforms today with a slight bracketed orange line going around the logo at the bottom of their shorts. The Pinedale Wranglers coming off a narrow loss last night to the Powell Panthers in the semifinal. Pinedale 1-1 in this tournament so far, just as the Mountain View Buffalo are. Pinedale's win came over Lovell. Mountain View's win came over Lyman last night. Mountain View lost to Worland. Both teams might have a chance for that rematch in that third place game because Worland is in it. If Mountain View wins and Worland wins, it will be a rematch from the first round. If Pinedale wins and Lovell wins, it will be another first round rematch in the third place game, as Pinedale won that one comfortably over the Lovell Bulldogs. Officials going down the line for both teams, giving out some handshakes, giving them last-minute instructions before we get underway. And this one will be for all the marbles. A state playoff berth on the line earlier today in the two girls' games that were played before ours. Lander beat Powell, Worland beat, Powell beat Worland, sorry about that. Powell beat Worland, and Lander beat Pinedale. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong bracket for a second. Lander beat Pinedale in that one. Powell beat Worland. And it should be a good one. Live on mylocalradio.com. Mountain View and Pinedale ready to get set. Both teams in their huddles. Getting some last-minute instructions before the PA announcer comes on the mic and gives out his speech before giving out the starting lineups for both of these teams today. Not a ton of Pinedale fans in the building here. Mountain View always travels well for nearly any sport that I've run into, and it's no different today. The Wranglers outnumbered in fans, but probably have an advantage on the court with Daniel Gosar, probably the best player on the court. Tyler Van Etten, a starter. Number 2, Colton Hansen, a junior. Number 12, Blake Illoway. Number 22, we're going to say his name a lot today, senior, 6'3" senior, Daniel Gosar. And finally, the 6'3" junior, Cole Redmond. Mountain View girls are here in attendance, and they run down to create a semi-quasi tunnel for the Mountain View players to run out of. First to be announced, number 2, Braden Walk. It will be Braden Walk against Gosar. Who will score more and who will show up for their team today? The winner will head to the state playoffs. Kimball Madsen, Trenton Wells, Brigham Blumell, and Colby Reese. Colby Reese, Madsen, Wells, Walk, and Brigham Blumell, the starting 5. It looks like it will be Brigham Blumell to tap it off against number 22, Daniel Gosar. Gosar against Blumell. Blumell has the tip stolen away from him by Gosar, and Pinedale has it on offense, starting the game, going left to right. Immediately a corner three, 3 seconds into the game, no good. Off the hands of Tyler Van Etten, and Braden Walk with the rebound. Here he comes, right to left. Once again, the Mountain View Buffalo wearing those white uniforms with the purple trim down the side here on Worland's home court in the 3A West Regionals, an elimination game. Walk over to Reese in the corner. Reese at the top. Gives it all the way off to the left side where Wells has it. Back at the top of the key. Braden Walk with it. Crosses over a couple times. Then back to Wells on the left side. Wells being double teamed. Gets it in the corner to Brigham Blumell. Walk. Dribbles himself into the left corner. Circles around and gets it back up top. 45 seconds and counting on the first possession of the game for Mountain View. And Madsen kicks it out on the low block, gets it back in, kicks it out to the corner again to Blumell. Blumell going to drive baseline, gets right around the defense, and scores! Mountain View on the board first here on this Saturday, an elimination Saturday, and the Buffs have a 2-0 lead to start off with. 2-0, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the contest here. And Pinedale's going to try to tie it up here. Driving in the lane is Elway. Elway kicks, gives it out, gets it back at the three-point line, and his first three rims out. Mountain View did such a good job boxing out there that no one went after the rebound, and eventually a Pinedale Wrangler jumped into the key and got the rebound. And driving down the baseline is Colton Hansen. Colton Hansen misses the shot, and then a foul is committed on the rebound against Pinedale. Colton Hansen picks up the foul after missing the shot, tried to get his own rebound, but Brigham Blumell, a much bigger body, was in his way, and a foul was committed. Once again, Mountain View going right to left on offense, right to left on your screen or your dial, however you may be listening on mylocalradio.com. Trenton Wells over to Colby Reese. Colby Reese going to bring this thing back to the top of the key. Reese looking to find Walk on the right side. Walk for three, and he's got it. It's a 5-0 start here for the Buffalo on Saturday in game one of potentially two. If Mountain View wins today, they will play later today at 4, right before the girls' game at 5:30. And that shot is up and good. Daniel Gosar not going to be held in check for very long, and he opens up the scoring for Pinedale with a basket. A minute and 5 seconds in. 5:55 on the clock here. Trenton Wells looking to get over midcourt. He does. Over to Walk. Walk back to Wells. Walk and Wells up top. Kimball Madsen at the free throw line. Brigham Blumell and Colby Reese on the baseline. Colby Reese comes up to the left wing. You get it. Throws it into the left corner where Blumell has it. Blumell goes cross court. Braden Walk steps into a three. Walks three, no good. Wells comes in for the rebound just inside the three-point line, and he gets back up top to Brigham Blumell, who resets some things. Now it is Trenton Wells on the left wing, about 5 feet behind the line, the three-point line with the ball. Walk with the ball now on the right side, goes to the corner. Blumell, Walk cuts down the lane. No, ball not passed to him. Instead it goes back up top to Reese. Reese to Wells, now to Walk in the left corner. Walk being defended by Gosar for a minute there, and he passed up top to Wells. Mountain View being very patient on offense here. Colby Reese driving the baseline, throws it away in the middle of the paint, tried to go to Walk all the way up top, and the ball was intercepted before it got to Braden. Up top on the other way, a three for Pinedale, no good. Blake Ilway soaring in for the rebound, and actually Cole Redmond soaring in for the rebound, and he bowled over Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen hits the deck pretty hard there after the Cole Redmond foul. Redmond shot the three at the top of the key and then charged in like he was trying to throw it off the backboard as an alley-oop to himself. Probably didn't intend to throw her off the backboard on the shot, but that's what happened. And Redmond with the foul. Here comes Mountain View, now going right to left. Ball is kicked out of bounds into the arms of head coach Eric Oram for Pinedale. 5-2 the score. Mountain View with the lead here. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Game one of potentially two on the day for Mountain View, as you can see at the top of the screen. The winner of this one will play the winner of Worland and Lovell, who play right after us. Reese over to Walk in the corner. Walk going to try to get it back out to the top of the key. He's going to try to cross over Colton Hansen. Gets it back to Reese up top. Reese about 40 feet away from the basket. Goes to the free throw line to Madsen. Madsen back to Reese. Well up top for a three. No good. Rebound tapped into the corner. And Brigham Blumell comes away with it on the left wing. Brigham Blumell sends Gosar to his backside, who came out to try to steal it away from him. He gets all the way to the basket, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Pinedale. So Daniel Gosar came out thinking maybe Brigham Blumell wasn't as good with the ball, handling the ball, and Brigham Blumell put him on his backside. Nice little nifty move and got all the way to the hoop before the ball was knocked out of his hands. Trenton Wells to inbound on the baseline, gets it to Walk all the way up top near midcourt. Walk uses a screen from Madsen, gives it to the corner where Trenton Wells drives, and Trenton Wells had that shot blocked right over to Kimball Madsen at the free throw line. His shot is no good. Madsen goes into the left corner to get his own rebound. Reese at the left wing now, gets it up top on the right to Braden Walk. 3:35 here, quarter number 1, 5-2 the score. Mountain View in control early on. Only a 3-point lead, however, but they have been controlling the pace, controlling the scoring so far. That three is no good from Braden Walk on the right wing. Rebound for Colton Hansen as he goes left to right with it now. Hansen gives to the free throw line. Redmond jumper, no good. High off the back rim, and a rebound pulled in by Kimball Madsen. 3:10 on the clock here, quarter number 1. Braden Walk with the ball. Now gets it up, back it up top after giving it to Wells on the left side. Wells inside to Madsen at the free throw line. Madsen throws it to the corner. Colby Reese, corner three, no good. High arcing rebound goes into the hands of Daniel Gosar, and he will comfortably take it across the line, cross over Wells when he gets to the three-point line, and inside on the low block, just elevates and scores for 2 more for Pinedale. So 5-4 now the score. Pinedale 2 baskets. Mountain View the same, 1 3 and a 2. And Mountain View leads by 1. 2.5 to play here, quarter number 1. Wells with the ball on the right side, gives it to the corner where Walk picks up his dribble, gets it back out up top to near midcourt to Trenton Wells. Wells working towards his left to get back into the center of the court. Gives it to Madsen. Madsen retreats, gives it back to Wells. Wells over to Walk. Walk alley-oop pass to Kimball Madsen, who scores. Walk near midcourt on the right side, threw it all the way to the left low block. Kimball Madsen elevated, caught it in the air, and laid it off the window. An alley-oop pass for the bucket. Daniel Gosar, step back three, no good. Almost wedged it in the corner of the rim and the backboard there. Ball falls out, and Trenton Wells with the rebound. Madsen at the free throw line on the offensive end for Mountain View. Brigham Blumel has it underneath the basket. A jump ball is called, and since Pinedale had the opening possession of the game, that is Mountain View basketball. Hunter Meeks in. Brigham Blumel out with the Buffalo. Inbound goes to the corner. Madsen up top to Wells. Wells throws it inside to Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks catches, jumps, fades away, and scores from right inside. And it's 9-4. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock here in quarter number 1. Mountain View needs to step on the throats of Pinedale right now. Not allow Daniel Gosar and his team to get into this one and try to finish this one off before it really begins, as Gosar steps inside the free throw line and hits an off-balance jumper there, and it's 9-6. That's what I'm saying, as Daniel Gosar has all 6 right now for the Pinedale Wranglers. He is a baller, and Mountain View cannot let him get his hot hand going on. Braden Walk at the top of the right key for 3. Braden Walk says, hey, Sean, please don't forget about me. I'm the best player on the court. He's showing it wide today. 12-6 the score as Hansen tries to work on Madsen. Hansen gets it inside to Gosar. Gosar drops it down low to Garrett Chamber into the game for the first time, and Chamber scores. It is 12-8 here with 40 seconds on the clock. Daniel Gosar drove through the lane on that last play, forcing the defense to double and triple team him, leaving Chamber open on the left low block, and he laid it in after a nice feed from Gosar. 30 seconds on the clock. Mountain View has it in the half court, going right to left here. Walk picks up his dribble, gets it in the corner to Madsen. Madsen inside to Hunter Meeks, right on the low block, kicks it right back out to Kimball Madsen for 3. Kimball Madsen from downtown. That's going to be a huge part if Mountain View wants to win this one, is Kimball Madsen's outside shooting. He's been a little bit hesitant over the last couple games from what I've noticed in the regionals to shoot the ball, but that one, no hesitation 3, dropped in. Off-balance shot from Gosar right at the buzzer, no good. Chamber cleans it up and scores right at the horn. So Mountain View, a little bit defensive lapse there as Chamber gets inside position, gets the offensive rebound, and scores. That'll do it for our first quarter action here from Mountain View. The final score after 1 quarter, 15-10, Mountain View with a 5-point advantage.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Back to action here at Worland High School in Worland, Wyoming, where the Pinedale Wranglers find themselves down by 5 after one quarter. Mountain View has jumped out to an early lead, has not surrendered it since they opened the game. Second quarter, just about to get underway here from Worland. It will be Pinedale possession here to start the second quarter as Hanson inbounds. Hanson throws it cross court on the inbounds pass to Redmond at the top of the key. Redmond gives it off to Gosar. Gosar over to his teammate Illaway. Illaway back to Redmond. Now Gosar on the top of the right wing. Steps into a three, uses a screen from Chamber, and he hits a three, and it's a 4-point play. Chamber set a screen on the outside. Gosar went around it. Mountain View tried to go over the screen, trailed behind Gosar. Gosar hit a three, and the foul came in from behind, forcing Illaway, forcing Gosar to his backside. The foul against Hunter Meeks, and Gosar looking to complete a 4-point play, cannot. A very rare 4-point play in high school basketball. Rarely do you see 4-point plays in all basketball, but especially high school. Trent Wells with the rebound, 15-13. Mountain View still with the lead here. Hunter Meeks underneath the basket. Trent Wells with the ball up top. Walk, trying to get by Gosar, can't. Gives it off to Reese. Reese going to spin on the low block, try to score, bounces off the front rim, no good. Gosar with the rebound. Now going left to right, wearing those green uniforms from Pinedale once again. Gosar crosses over, gets it inside, tried to get that same move that he scored on early, that he got Chamber to score on earlier, just driving and kicking, and he does this time. No, he does not. A charging foul. Mountain View on the first time he did that this quarter, they intercepted the pass, turned it over at midcourt, and Gosar did the same exact thing on the very next play, but a charge taken right there. I believe it was Colby Reese who went to the floor to take the charge. Gosar's first foul there, and the third foul against the Pinedale Wranglers here with 7 minutes to play in quarter number 2. 15-13, Mountain View still hasn't outscored this quarter. It was 15-10 after one. Braden Walk in the deep left corner. Goes inside. Hunter Meeks waits for the defender to jump by him and throws it off the backboard and in. Hunter Meeks count the basket. And it's 17-13. Mountain View leading here with 6:45 to go. Free throw line jumper is up. Free throw line jumper is good from Blake Illaway. Illaway scores to trim that deficit back to 2. Walk going to drive in, pull up at the free throw line, had a shot blocked by Gosar. Gosar comes away with it, coming up the right side, gives it over to Hanson. Hanson back up top to Redmond. Redmond pump fakes an open three, and he gives it off to Illaway. Illaway at the top of the key, now over to Gosar on the right side, being defended by Wells. Uses a screen from Chamber and hits a three, and that is the first lead of the day for the Pinedale Wranglers. Daniel Gosar heating up. Dustin Reese, the head coach for Mountain View, looking down at his play sheet, trying to call out something that maybe will stop Daniel Gosar. Braden Walk looking to stop the run of Daniel Gosar, and he scores an open three. Step back three, uses a screen of his own to get open, and it's 20-18. Back and forth action. Redmond up top, over to Hanson. Hanson reverses on a screen from Redmond. Redmond gets the ball up top. Nearly thought about an open three, passed up on it. Hanson has it in the left corner. Hanson is fouled on a drive on the baseline by Kimball Madsen. Pinedale very active, moving the ball. Mountain View a little bit delayed to rotate so far early, forcing them to kind of jump out and get into some passing lanes. And a timeout for head coach Eric Orm. Join us after this commercial break.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Pinedale basketball here, 5:38 on the clock. As Mountain View still leading by 2 here in this elimination game. Win or go home for both of these schools, and neither of these teams want to go home just yet. Baseline drive off the inbound from Blake Illaway. He pulls up from 8 feet away, and that is a tie game after he scores. 20-all, 5:20 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Braden Walk moving towards his left, step back 3. Gosar challenges him, knocks Braden Walk to his backside, and the rebound goes all the way out to midcourt. Brigham Blumel dives into the backcourt to save it, but it's a turnover right into the hands of Illaway, who pulls up in a transition 3, and that is a 3-point lead for Pinedale. That was a tough situation. Brigham Blumel could have gone into the backcourt. That was off of a rebound, but he jumped at the half-court line and threw it back into the front court right into the hands of Illaway. Alley-oop pass from the outside. Brigham Blumel throws it up to Braden Walk, or Kimball Matson, excuse me, on the right low block, but Gosar, hovering in the paint, knocks it away. Braden Walk at the top of the right wing over to Trenton Wells at the top of the key. 4:45 on the clock here, quarter number 2. Trenton Wells over to Kimball Matson. Matson throws it at the free throw line to Meeks. Meeks, nice drop pass to Wells, and Wells scores, and he is fouled. The hoop and the harm for Trenton Wells, driving right down the middle of the paint. Found himself right at the basket. He was pushed as he laid it up, laid it in. Nice little friendly shooter's roll. The foul against Colton Hanson, his second, and the free throw from Wells is up and good, so it's 23-all. Officials blow their whistle. It is a substitution, not a foul or anything. Just a substitution. The horn didn't blow, so the officials stopped the play. Van Etten checks in. Hanson out for Pinedale. 23-all, 4:35 here. Quarter number 2 at the top of the key. It is Redmond, now over to Gosar. Gosar about 5 feet behind the three-point line. Attempts a deep 3, and that is no good. And a foul on the rebound as it came out to the right side of the basket. And Hunter Meeks was pushed from behind. Hunter Meeks, much bigger player than the player that committed the foul. Tyler Van Etten, a 5'8 guard, trying to get position there. That is Van Etten's first, the 5th against the Pinedale Wranglers. So Mountain View close to the bonus here with 4+ minutes remaining before halftime. Trenton Wells on the left wing. Brigham Blumel posting up Redmond down low, and a foul committed at the top of the key once Hunter Meeks got the ball. He was pushed as he made the catch, and that is the 6th foul. So for the remainder of the half, after that Garrett Chamber foul, his first, now Mountain View will be shooting free throws on every single foul. 4:05 on the clock here, quarter number 2. Braden Walk crossing over at the top of the key, uses a screen, reverses towards his left, picks up his dribble at the free throw line, and gets it back all the way out near midcourt to Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks, the center, with the ball way out up top, gives it to Kimball Matson. Kimball Matson stepping inside the three-point line, and he hits a long 2 there. And it's 25-23, Mountain View with the lead, 3:40 on the clock. Tyler Van Etten went over a screen there, thought about a 3, passed up on it. Instead, gives it to Gosar. Gosar leaning shot, no good, but Van Etten found himself with the position on the inside, and he scores to make it 25-25. Tie game once again. Wells driving down the right side of the lane, uses his contact, draws a foul, fades away, can't get the shot to go, but he was fouled. It will be 2 shots for Trenton Wells, the blocking foul against, see what they put what number they put up on the scoreboard. Garrett Chamber committed the foul, his second. So Chamber with 2 fouls. See if he checks out here. It looks like he will. Checking in is Joey McCulloch, the 5'11 senior. First free throw up and good from Wells, by the way. So Wells with 1 more to try to make it a 27-25 game. And that is what Wells does as he gets that one to bounce in. Colby Reese in. Trenton Wells out. So Reese adding some size as Trenton Wells, another guard, comes out, adding 2 big men into the game in Meeks and Reese, as well as Brigham Blumel kind of plays the forward position. 3:15, Pinedale with the ball in the front court, driving baseline. Van Etten puts the shot up. He is fouled, and he scores. Van Etten scores from in close. He was hit as he laid it up on the low block. And Brigham Blumel charged with the foul, his first, the 3rd against Mountain View. Van Etten with a chance to break the tie at 28-27 if he makes the free throw. And he does, nothing but nylon. And it's 28-27, 3:09 on the clock. Braden Walk gets the inbound in the backcourt. No pressure here from Pinedale as Mountain View wearing those white uniforms with the purple trim down the side, going right to left. Brings it into the front court. 3 minutes exactly on the clock before halftime. Blumel at the top of the key, challenging Redmond, who is guarding him. Gives it to Meeks up top. Meeks looked like he was going to attempt a long three. Passed up on it. Meeks turning around, gets it to the point guard, Braden Walk. Braden Walk having a stellar first half so far, trying to add to it. Steps back. Gosar challenged him on a three. He did not take it. Instead gave it off to Reese. Back to Wells. Back to Walk, up top. Walk cutting in the lane. Contact and the foul. Braden Walk flexes the muscles after scoring, as I think that was Cole Redmond tried to take a charge there, and Walk bowled him over. A blocking foul plus the shot is good. It is 29-28. No, the foul actually did go against number 23, Joey McCulloch. So McCulloch trying to take a charge there. Unsuccessful, and a 1-point lead. Chance to make it 2 as Walk is at the line for one shot. And that is up and good. So Braden Walk extends the Mountain View lead to 2. Back and forth first half, 2.5 to play before halftime. 30-28, Mountain View leads. Pinedale looking to tie it up or take the lead with the 3. It's going to be a 2 on this one, and it's going to be good. The long 2 there from Cole Redmond. A baseline jumper from straight away, about 12 feet, is good. Braden Walk now in the half court, 2:10 on the clock. Walk moving towards his left, loses the ball for a second, able to regain it, gets it to Wells in the corner. Wells trying to drive on Van Etten. Van Etten poked the ball out over to Illaway. Illaway driving them coast to coast, and a blocking foul is called against Colby Reese, I believe. Not a shot attempt on it, just kind of ran into Reese in the painted area, so that will be an inbound for Pinedale underneath the basket. Braden Walk thought that there was going to be free throws. He ran out all the way into the backcourt and had to hurry back before the ball was inbounded. Van Etten at the top of the key. Gets it over to Illaway on the right wing. Gosar in the corner calling for the ball. And he finally gets it. Being defended by Kimball Madsen. Ball reversed to the top. Here comes Illaway driving down the lane. Foul and 1. Blake Illaway drives and scores. Mountain View tried to take another charge. These officials have called a lot of blocks today. I think they called one charge, so maybe something that the coaches tell their team, hey, don't try to take charges. It hasn't seemed to work out as Hunter Meeks picks up his second personal foul. He will check out after picking up his second at the free throw line. Illaway to make it a three-point play, to convert the three-point play. It is up and good. 33-30, Pinedale with the lead. 1:40 on the clock. Trenton Wells walking the ball across the midcourt line. Wells over to Reese on the left side. Reese goes to Blumel in the corner, back up top to Braden Walk. Braden Walk steps into a 3, and he's got it. Nothing but nylon. Braden Walk can't give him any room to operate. He was left open, albeit 3 feet behind the three-point line, and he scored. 33-all, 1:15 on the clock. Redmond pump fake there, and Blumel went flying by him, but Redmond did not take the shot. Gosar on the right side, puts Wells on his backside. Rebound no good, shot no good. Rebound comes on the left side for Kimball Madsen. 1 minute exactly on the clock here, quarter number 2. Braden Walk for 3, he's got another one. Braden Walk says, call the fire department. He is on fire. Braden Walk, close to 20 points here in the first half of the Mountain View 36. 45 seconds to go in the half. Blake Illaway drives through some contact and scores. Illaway makes it 36-35. Mountain View with the lead. High scoring first half. And with 30 seconds to go, Wells will slow it down. Maybe the last possession of the first half for either team, as Walk has it about 50 feet away from the basket. Walk driving to the three-point line. A lot of contact, off balance, and Gosar fouls Walk on his way to the basket. The shot attempt was blocked, but they said Gosar got a lot of arm on the block. And that is the second team foul against Gosar. 36-35. See if Gosar checks out. Braden Walk at the free throw line for 2 shots to add to this 1-point advantage. Free throw up, free throw good. So Braden Walk 37-35, Mountain View lead. And Gosar will check out. I wasn't sure if Gosar would check out with those 2 fouls, because if Braden Walk makes this, or Pinedale gets a rebound off a miss, you'd assume it's one more offensive possession. He's their biggest offensive threat, is Daniel Gosar for Pinedale. And walks. Second free throw is good. So 22.4 to go. Inbound goes into the front court here for Pinedale. Pinedale, Ilway driving on the sideline right in front of Dustin Reese and the Mountain View bench. Ilway pulls it back out to half court. 10 seconds on the clock. Ilway looking to go somewhere with it. Pulls up at the three-point line. Verse to the right side now. Into the corner goes. Hansen, does he see the clock? 3 on the clock. 2-1. And the shot rims out from inside. Van Etten took a tough contested 2 from about 7 feet away as the horn sounded. And that will end our first half of action here from Worland, Wyoming, where the Mountain View Buffs lead this one 38-35. Join us after this commercial break for our halftime show brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality, veterinary-grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back to action here, Worland, Wyoming, or not back to action, but back here in Worland, Wyoming, I should say. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, calling all of the 3A West regional action this weekend. The final day of action here today on this Saturday, an elimination game between the Mountain View Buffalo and the Pinedale Wranglers. Once again, due to NFHS restrictions, we will not be able to film anything at the regionals or the state playoffs. You have to pay, I believe it was around $300 or so to be able to film them. So it's just not affordable for our radio station to do that. So we're just audio broadcast only this weekend. I hope this is maybe your... Let's see, I did 4 games on the first day on Thursday, 3 yesterday on mylocalradio.com. So this is my 8th broadcast. I hope this is your 8th broadcast listening. Just keep in mind, we might have up to 2 more today. We will have for sure 1 more at 5:30 p.m. That is the Girls Regional Championship between the Lyman Eagles and the Mountain View girls basketball team. Peyton Porter, one of the Mountain View girls basketball team players, celebrating a birthday today. Let's see if Peyton Porter is able to have a big day for her team. The Mountain View girls in the bleachers behind the Mountain View bench. They've been supporting their boys team all tournament long. They are here for their 5:30 p.m. game, about 5.5 hours away or so. Or 6 hours. Sorry, sometimes math is a little hard when I'm in my broadcast booth here. 6 hours away from that championship game. The girls on their feet for the entirety of this game, cheering, celebrating, trying to get the crowd into it. Like I said, probably a very pro Mountain View crowd, at least from my vantage point here. A lot more purple in the gym than green for Pinedale. A lot of neutral supporters. The Worland Warriors girls team lost immediately preceding this game, so a lot of those fans that were in the gym in the early morning kind of have vacated. But still a great game for those who are watching or listening. Maybe you're listening to my stream online. 38-35 at halftime. The Mountain View Buffs leading by 3 as the Wranglers and the Buffaloes come out of the halftime locker room to cheer on, to get cheers from their crowd as they warm up. Buffaloes 16 minutes away from the state playoffs, as are the Pinedale Wranglers. The winner of this game on to the state playoffs in Casper, Wyoming next weekend. The loser, unfortunately, has to take a bus ride home, and their regionals and their season will be over. Daniel Gosar and Blake Illoy tied with 12 in the first half for the Pinedale Wranglers. It was Braden Walk with 20 points in the first half, including, I believe, 4 threes in that first half, if I'm not mistaken. 4 threes from Braden Walk. And he led his team with 20 points, 20 of the 38 for the Mountain View Buffalo. And here we are just about ready to get set for what will be quarter number 3 in a second half that will determine whose season will continue and play in the third place game later this afternoon. Just joining us, as I said, the third place game still important. If you win this one, don't just think that you're done, because that third place game determines seeding. 4 teams make it out of the regionals. And obviously next week, comparative to the East regionals, these are the West regionals. Number 4 from the East will play number 1 from the West, and so on and so forth. So that seeding can be important. 38-35, Mountain View to inbound, going left to right. Here comes Trenton Wells off the inbound, catches it at midcourt, doesn't stop, goes all the way to the basket, and scores to make it 40-35, 10 seconds in. 15 seconds into the game, Blake Illaway outside, Van Etten for 3. Van Etten gets his first shot to go in the second half. 40-38, 7:25 left here in quarter number 3. Wells gets across the timeline to Reese. Walk, steps into a 3, lets his man Illaway go flying by him on a pump fake, and his three-pointer is no good. Here comes Hansen the other way. Hansen turns, gives it to Van Etten for 3, and Van Etten nearly airballs it, hits the front rim, and goes straight down. The rebound pulled in by Braden Walk. Walk over to Madsen, now over to Reese on the left corner. 7 minutes exactly here left in quarter number 3. Braden Walk at the top of the key, spinning, being guarded by Van Etten. Uses a screen from Madsen. Madsen rolls. Had an open 3 for a second, instead gave it to the corner where Colby Reese has a contested 3 over Colton Hansen. Fall out. Gosar with the rebound as he brings it across the timeline. Hansen now moving towards his left with 6.5 left here in quarter number 3. In the corner goes to Redmond. Redmond cutting inside the three-point line, reverses it to the left side where Hansen has it. Hansen spins on the low block, puts up an awkward-looking shot, and a foul against Pinedale on the rebound, I believe. Wait, who's the foul on? They called number 2, Braden Walk. Mountain View ran back to inbound the ball. They actually did call a foul on the rebound on Braden Walk, so that foul goes against Mountain View here. Apologize for the delay. I just had to figure out, like the officials did, who the foul was actually called against, number 2 in green or number 2 in white. It was called on number 2 in white in Braden Walk. Long 3, off the rim, no good, and here comes Trenton Wells with the rebound. 40-38, Mountain View leads. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter, 6 minutes on the clock. Ball tapped out of bounds there as Colton Hansen tried to jump in front of that cross-court pass, knocked it out of bounds. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter, 6 minutes remaining exactly on the clock as Braden Walk looks to get the inbound pass from Kimball Madsen. A little bit of a delay there. Officials inbound the ball. Kimball Madsen up top, uses a screen from Wells, steps back for 3 and has his shot blocked. Out of bounds it goes, off the hands of Colton Hansen. Colton Hansen kind of ran into his own teammate Cole Redmond in the air, and he took a hard fall on his back. And the ball went off his hands out of bounds. Braden walked inbound on the baseline. Gets it into Brigham Blumell. Blumell in the corner, throws it down low, cutting right down the middle of the lane is Trenton Wells, who scores. 42-38, 5:40 on the clock here, quarter number 3. Ball goes to the corner, top of the key now, once again with it is Van Etten. Van Etten over to Gosar. Gosar spinning, turning, losing the ball in the paint. Ball taken away by Mountain View. Gosar still on the floor on the other end. 5-on-4, transition 3 for Mountain View. No good, rebound, Brigham Blumell, he scores and is fouled. Brigham Blumell with an offensive rebound. He put it up, got hit from behind. Looked like he was hit on the shoulder as he shot that ball. It went in on the low block, and he has a chance for a three-point play. Van Etten checking out here for the Pinedale Wranglers. Redmond picks up his second foul. First of the second half for Pinedale. Checking in, by the way, was Tegan Pennock, 5'10" senior for Pinedale. And the free throw no good. Falls through the hands of Hanson, but Redmond picks it up. 6-point lead here for Mountain View with 5:15 left here, quarter number 3. Driving down the lane is Illaway. Pass goes well over his head, but into the hands of Gosar on the left wing. Gosar spinning, gets it into the corner to Redmond. Redmond drives down the lane after using a Gosar screen, gets open, misses a shot from in close. Rebound goes to the corner. Gosar picks it up, and Gosar hits a 3. Timeout for Eric Orem after a Blake Illaway 3. That was just unlucky for Mountain View. A little bit of luck there for Pinedale. Ball just kind of deflected into the corner. Illaway was standing in the corner, in that deep right corner. He picked up the ball and just immediately fired a 3, which hit the bottom of the net. Nothing but nylon. And it is 44-41. Timeout Eric Orem. I'm going to stay right here on mylocalradio.com with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mountain View girls behind the Mountain View boys bench, cheering on their boys squad, trying to get a victory and going to the third place game. The third place game would take place right before those girls play in the championship game. Mountain View trying to play 2 times today. Leave it all on the court in this first game and then pick it back up and leave whatever you got left on the court for that third place game. First, they have to win this elimination game. Wells in the backcourt, inbounds it to Walk. Walk will walk it across the timeline with no pressure. Gosar takes him on defense here in the half court. Meeks setting a screen. Walks goes over the screen. Passes up on the 3. Tries to go inside back to Meeks, and Meeks had the ball deflect off his hands. And here coming the other way is Colton Hanson. Colton Hanson transition 3 for Daniel Gosar, Gosar misses. Saved on the baseline for Redmond. He hit the bottom of the backboard on his pass. Probably should have been out of bounds, but officials say play on. Mountain View gets the ball. 4:20 on the clock here, 44-41. Braden Walk stepping around. Faking a 3, gives it up top to Kimball Madsen. Kimball Madsen being defended by Gosar. Madsen trying to go baseline, had the ball knocked out of his hands by Gosar. Gosar let Madsen go by him to poke it away from behind. Out of bounds on the baseline it goes. Looks like Kimball Madsen stepped up to take the inbounds, but it looks like Hunter Meeks will be the inbounder here for the Buffalo. Meeks throws it well up top to Trenton Wells. Wells now over to Walk. Back inside to the free throw line. Hunter Meeks goes down the lane. Meeks is fouled. His shot rims out. Circled the rim about 2 times there before circling out. But Hunter Meeks to the free throw line for 2 shots after he was fouled. 44-41, the third foul against Cole Redmond. And the first free throw from Hunter Meeks is up and good. 45-41, 4:03 left here in this third quarter of action. Meeks, second free throw long, rebound goes into the hands of Hanson, who looks to run. Hanson had Gosar wide open on the left wing, didn't give it to him, instead went right to Illaway. Illaway at the top of the key, backs it out to half court, gives it over to Gosar. Back to Illaway, now to Hanson. Hanson with it, free throw line to McCulloch. Inside, Hanson gives it to Illaway. Illaway driving down the left side of the onto the low block, and he is blocked out of bounds. Nice job there to recover from Brigham Blumel, who blocks it out of bounds. Inbound on the baseline for Pinedale. Gosar comes around a screen off the inbound, and his 3 is well wide and well short. 45-41. Tough off-balance 3 there from Gosar. Didn't go. Here comes Mountain View into the half court. Hunter Meeks driving through the lane. Had the ball stripped out of his hands. Here comes Gosar the other way. Gosar being defended by the much smaller Braden Walk. Gosar tried to go up top to Van Etten. And Brigham Blumel, like a defensive back, maybe a safety on that play, just stuck his hand out there and dove and intercepted the pass, just kind of flicked it over to Trenton Wells, who takes it across the half-court line. Wells now to Madsen. Madsen throws it on the left low block to Meeks. Meeks spinning, turning, and he is called for a charge. Joey McCulloch defending Meeks there. Meeks spun around him, and I think the officials say he used a little bit of forearm to push McCulloch on his backside. And 45-41, Meeks has his hands up in the air as he goes to the bench. That is Meeks' third foul. Comes with 2:55 on the clock here in the third quarter. So Meeks checks out, and Colby Reese back in for the Buffalo. 2:50 to go. 45-41. Mountain View with the lead. Driving in is Pennock. Pennock goes to Van Etten. Van Etten hands it off to Hansen. Motion offense here for Pinedale as they try to find an open shot. It is McCulloch. Gives it over to Hansen at the free throw line. Hansen picks up his dribble. Ilway driving down the baseline on the left side. Lays it up, lays it in. Nice up and under move there for Blake Ilway, scoring from in close. 45-43, 2:20 on the clock here. Quarter number 3. Mountain View's lead sits at 2. Both teams trying to get some separation from one another. They cannot, or they have not so far. And Braden Walk steps inside and scores. Braden Walk has been relatively silent after a 20-point first half. He scores on that basket. 47-43, 2:02 on the clock here as Van Etten, or Ilway, travels. Ilway was using a screen from McCulloch, and he took one power dribble to get around the screen. Then he hopped a little bit to get a little bit more separation from the Mountain View player trailing him on the 3, and a traveling was called. Braden Walk in the backcourt brings it across the timeline. 1:50 to go here, quarter number 3. Wells driving to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, gets it inside to Brigham Blumell. Right back to Trenton Wells, who scores. Head assistant coach Brent Walk on his feet, pumping his fists. He knows that play was a success there. Trenton Wells, nice give and go. 49-43. Here comes Pinedale pulling up at the free throw line is Van Etten. Gives it off to McCulloch, calls her back and gets it. Into the corner, Pennock with it. Pennock being trailed by Colby Reese. Now Wells defending Ilway with the ball. Ilway fading away. Bowls over Brigham Blumell and gets some contact. Gets a foul called. Shot no good. Actually, they're not going to call it on the shot there. They're going to say the block came before the shot went up. Gosar checking back in for Pennock. Daniel Gosar, short rest period. Back onto the court. Elway gets the ball all the way out at midcourt on the inbounds pass. 49-43, 1:15 on the clock. Elway using a screen, going around, back up top to Hansen. Hansen drives in, kicks to the corner where McCulloch misses a long 2. Rebound from Madsen, gives it over to Braden Walk. Braden Walk crossing the center line, gets it to Wells. Wells at the top of the key, 60 seconds on the clock here in quarter number 3. 49-43. Colby Reese driving in, trying to draw some contact, and he does, or no, is it a traveling? It is a traveling. Not sure if they were going to say the foul committed before, the foul came before the traveling, but it did not. Mountain View players a little bit befuddled there, had to run back on defense as Pinedale quickly inbounded the ball and got it into the front court. 49-43, 43 seconds on the clock. Hansen at the free throw line, spins, moves towards his left. Nice little move to get the defender flying by him. He misses the shot. McCulloch gets the rebound, falling down, just had to kind of put the ball up in the air, and it was blocked out of the air. Here comes Mountain View the other way, putting up that shot, and a charge called. I believe that was Blake Ilway to take the charge. Number 3, Trenton Wells. Brigham Blumell does a little flopping motion as he goes into the backcourt. He doesn't think that was a true charge. Pinedale ball here. 49-43, 20 seconds on the clock. Hansen driving all the way, not going to be stopped. And eventually he is stopped and blocked by Kimball Madsen underneath the basket. A lot of contact. Eric Orton calling for a foul, doesn't get one. 10 seconds on the clock. Colby Reese on the right low block, bowls over the defender, and Colby Reese called with the charge there. Colby Reese, I'm not sure if Dustin Reese was talking to Colby or he was talking to the official. I think he was a little bit mad at both Colby to go bowling over the defender who was trying to take a charge there, or the official for calling that a charge. 10 seconds, ball in the backcourt. Here comes Gosar, bringing it across the line. 5 on the clock. Gosar crosses over, pushes off Walk, steps back. Do they realize the clock? He gets it to Ilway in the corner, and Ilway hits a buzzer beater 3. And that will be our score after 3 quarters, 49-46. Pinedale draws it to 1 possession going into the final frame on MyLocalRadio.com.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Well, the score going into the final quarter is 49-46. Mountain View with a 3-point advantage here entering the final quarter of action. Mountain View fans behind the bench. Mountain View girls basketball team behind the bench. Starting a chant. The Mountain View fans spread across the gym. Oblige and start chanting with them. It will be Pinedale ball, chance to tie with a 3 to open up the quarter. Elway driving in at the free throw line, picks up his dribble, gets it to the corner, back to Colton Hansen, the 6-foot junior. Hansen drives in the paint and picks up his dribble, nearly threw it away, as well as got his hand on the pass, but it goes to Gosar. Gosar in the right corner. Elway over to McCulloch. McCulloch to Hansen. Hansen drives baseline and blocked at the rim by Brigham Blumel. Brigham Blumel, after Kimball Madsen got it, stops in the backcourt, hands it back to Madsen. 7:20 on the clock here, quarter number 4. Kimball Madsen in the half court. Madsen crossing over, picks up his dribble, gets it off to Colby Reese at the 3-point line. Reese over on the left side to Wells. Wells goes all the way from the left into the right, and a blocking foul called against Joey McCulloch. Joey McCulloch a little bit too far underneath the basket. There's no half semicircle in high school sports, at least not here in Wyoming. So, but sometimes those officials will kind of have those same principles. If you're all the way pushed underneath the basket, they're not going to reward you by sitting underneath the basket and get a charge there. That is, at least in my opinion, what was the call there. As Trenton Wells goes to the free throw line, chance to add to a 3-point lead. He does on free throw at number 1, 50-46. Half-century mark hit for Mountain View. Chance for one more at the line, and that free throw is up and good. So it's 51-46, a 5-point advantage here for Mountain View. On the outside, Blake Illoway with it, gives it over to Hansen. Hansen now gives it off to Van Etten. Van Etten driving in, putting up that shot, and that is good. Van Etten from in close scores. Once he got that position, it's probably game over for Mountain View. That's stopping him at that point. 51-48, 6:45 on the clock here, quarter number 4. Mountain View with the ball in the half court. Hunter Meeks posting up down low, had the position on McCulloch. They threw it right over McCulloch's arms, who is fronting Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks caught it and laid it in with no trouble. 53-48 here, 6:30 left here, quarter number 4. Hansen up top, over to Van Etten. Van Etten driving, dishing. McCulloch comes up short on the ball, on his shot on the low block. Blocked on the second attempt as McCulloch got his own rebound, and Mountain View had 3 players around him, but somehow McCulloch draws a foul. Foul committed against Brigham Blumel. That is Blumel's 3rd of the game. 6:22 on the clock. And McCulloch at the line for 2 has a chance to get Pinedale to the half-century mark at 50 points. Makes the first free throw. Second one incoming. 4-point game. That free throw is up, and it popped out, but a foul was called before the ball even went in. I don't know if they would have called that, as immediately coming in was Colton Hansen. Colton Hansen tried to bully Braden Walk off of the free throw line after the free throw. That is Hansen's 3rd. McCulloch checks out for Pinedale. 53-49, 6:20 on the clock here in the final quarter of action. Trenton Wells moving towards his right, gets the ball on the outside of the key. Picks up his dribble, has to go somewhere with it, goes inside to Hunter Meeks, trying to work on Redmond. Corner 3 for Madsen, and that is no good, and the ball taken away from Redmond. Redmond had the rebound, had a man streaking down the court in front of the Mountain View defense. He tried to get it out, but Braden Walk came up behind him, saw it, and stole the ball away. Now Kimball Madsen inside, stops, spins, and does not hit the shot from in close. But a foul is committed. I believe this one's going to be against number 4, Kimball Madsen. Or no, it is against number 31, Hunter Meeks. And Hunter Meeks puts his jersey over his face there, because not only is that his 4th foul, making him have to check out here, that sends Daniel Gosar to the free throw line all the way on the other end of the court with 5:48 to play. Gosar with a chance at a 1-1 to put his team at 50 points on the evening, on the afternoon, I guess, at this point. Gosar's free throw, no good, so he misses the front end. Mountain View with the rebound. Reese pulls it away, gets it over to Walk in the backcourt. 5:40 on the clock here in the final quarter of action. 53-49 Mountain View lead. Looking to add to it on this possession. Walk pulls up from 8 feet away, can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of his hands on the rebound. Redmond comes away with it, stops at midcourt. Looked like he traveled with it as he came to a jump stop and slid. And he gets it over to Colton Hansen, who hits a three. Colton Hansen makes this a 1-point game for Pinedale. 5:20 to go. Mountain View a 53-52 lead. Dustin Reese, the head coach for Mountain View, calling out a play from his bench. Braden Walk throws it down low. Brigham Blumel working on McCulloch. No good. Can't get that shot to go. Gosar taps the rebound over to Van Etten. Van Etten crosses the center line. Redmond for three. Open at the top of the key. It rims around. Nearly popped out, but it did go through. And it's 55-53. Eric Orem jumping up and down, cheering his team on, the head coach of Pinedale. Mattson in the half court. Gives it off to the right low block, and scoring is Colby Reese. Colby Reese on the right low block all alone scored that basket. 55-55, 4.5 to play here, quarter number 4. On the outside, that is Van Etten. Driving baseline is Gosar. Gosar hands it off to Van Etten, who is blocked by Brigham Blumel. That is Brigham Blumel's 6th block of the contest there. Blumel, not a huge player for Mountain View, but he has come up huge for his team. Braden Walk in the half court, pulls back, steps back on a three there, and that is no good. Rebound comes out to Pinedale. They take it into the half court and call a timeout. Join us after this on mylocalradio.com. 4:04 to play, tied at 55.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Back to action here in Worland, Wyoming. It is a half-court inbound here for Pinedale. Gosar throws it in to Hansen in the backcourt. 55-55, 4 minutes exactly on the clock here in the final quarter. Barring an overtime period, I should say. Van Etten down low, feeds it in to Cole Redmond, who scores. Cole Redmond gives Pinedale their first lead of the second half at 57-55. Mountain View led by as many as 8 in the second half. And Trenton Wells cutting down the lane, trying to get a pass from Madsen. Madsen's pass intercepted. Here comes a transition three, and a transition three is good, and it's a 5-point lead for the Pinedale Wranglers and Blake Illoway. Blake Illoway gives the Wranglers a 5-point lead. Dustin Reese calls a timeout for Mountain View. Join us after this commercial break.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back to action here in Moreland, Wyoming. Inbound goes to Braden Walk in the backcourt, being pressured by Tyler Van Etten. Van Etten, the 5'8" senior for the Wranglers. Walk brings it across the timeline. Walk working on Gosar now. Picks his dribble up at the free throw line. Pinedale fans want a 3-second call, but not called. Trent Wells now on the right wing. Wells with Van Etten guarding him. Wells throws it away. Hansen had it, and then Hansen trips Madsen in the backcourt. Hansen went to the ground. Madsen picked up the ball on a one-on-one, and Hansen reached out, grabbed Madsen's foot, and tripped him in the backcourt. 60-55, Pinedale with the lead. 3:01 on the clock here. Loser, season is over. Winner advances to a 4 p.m. third place game. Reagan Blumel at the free throw line. Back to the basket, gives it inside to Meeks. Meeks on the low block, gives it back to the free throw line. Down low, Trenton Wells catches a pass and scores. Trenton Wells from in close got inside position on the Pinedale Wrangler defender and scored. 60-57, Pinedale leads. Pinedale has the ball in the half court. Illaway to the corner where Van Etten has it. Van Etten looking to drive baseline. Madsen defending, uses a screen from Illaway. Van Etten drives to the hoop, does not score, but Cole Redmond with the rebound. Redmond goes up and is fouled by Hunter Meeks. Hunter Meeks still has his hands straight up in the air. Unless they say he was bodied down low, it looked like a bad call in my opinion, or a tough call I should say, because Hunter Meeks was straight up top. Once again, I couldn't see the lower half of Hunter Meeks, but Hunter Meeks has now fouled out. That is Hunter Meeks' 5th foul, so his day is over. At least his first game is over. He might have to play later today if his team can win without him on the court. First free throw from Redmond is up and good. 2:20 on the clock here, 61-57 the score. Pinedale leading by 4. Second free throw on the way from Redmond. Second free throw is up and tried and true, just like the first. 62-57, 2:15 on the clock here, quarter number 4. In the backcourt, Trenton Wells. Trenton Wells looks for a screen from Madsen, instead goes right. Trenton Wells picks up his dribble, gives it inside to Brigham Blumel. Brigham Blumel bowls over to the defender and scores. No foul called on either side there. A little bit of a flop there from Pinedale. 62-59 in the half court. Hansen over to Illaway with 1:50 on the clock. Illaway has been the star today for Pinedale instead of the man you might have thought in Daniel Gosar. Gosar with the ball in the corner, gets it up top to Van Etten. Gosar gets it back, looking to drive baseline, and a timeout for Eric Orem. Eric Orem didn't like what he saw there. 1:42 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Join us after this timeout, a full timeout from Moreland, Wyoming.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
62-59 here in the fourth quarter, 1:42 to go. Pinedale inbounding on the far sideline. They throw it all the way into the backcourt where Hansen goes to get it. Hansen now with the ball in the half court. Hansen being defended by Colby Reese. Mountain View has switched to a man-on-man defense instead of the 2-3 zone where they've been doing for the majority of the game. Hanson with the ball near midcourt, and he is fouled by Colby Reese. Looked like an intentional foul there, as reached across the body and fouled Colton Hanson. Colton Hanson, a 1-and-1. That is the 9th team foul. So Mountain View needs to box out, potentially get a rebound here if Colton is unable to get the front end. 1:24 on the clock. First free throw up and first free throw good. So Colton Hanson calmly steps up to the line and makes the first of 2 on the front end of the 1-and-1. 63-59, 1:24 on the clock. Free throw is up, free throw is good. So 2 for 2 from the line, and it's back to a 5-point lead. 1:20 on the clock here. Wells racing it up the court. Wells working on Illaway. Illaway defending. Wells picks up his dribble at the free throw line, gives it inside to Blumel. Blumel, a lot of contact, no foul called. He misses the shot from in close. Gosar with the rebound. Gosar takes it across the center line. Cross-court pass to Van Etten, and Van Etten is fouled with 1:04 to play. Brigham Blumel, I think he was seeking contact there instead of maybe trying to finish the layup first and worry about the contact later. And because of that, he missed the shot altogether. No foul called. With 1:03 to play, it is Van Etten at the line for 2 shots. After that is the 10th team foul against Mountain View. Van Etten was at the free throw line. He had the ball in his hand, and he turned around and looked into the crowd. There's a Mountain View girls basketball player screaming at the top of her lungs. So if you're going to tell me that Van Etten was not affected there, Van Etten literally turned around into the backcourt to look at what this scream was. Second free throw good. Seemed unaffected that time. 65-59. Blumel down low has his shot blocked. Dustin Reese, the head coach from Mountain View, has his hands up in the air saying, where was the foul? 65-59, 52.9 to play. Mountain View inbounding on the baseline. Braden Walk to throw it in. Walk goes to the corner where Madsen has it. Madsen calling out to give the ball to somebody, and Madsen throws it away. He tried to enter it down low to Blumel. Pass was knocked away, and down by 6. Mountain View is not fouling here. A lot of time coming off the clock. Ton of time coming off the clock, and finally Mountain View fouls Pinedale. About 15 seconds went off the clock there. Clock is down to 39.0 on the clock. Gosar was fouled. Gosar to the line for 2 shots. Gosar's first free throw is good, and that is a big free throw because that is now a 3-possession game. 66-59, 41 seconds to play. Second free throw up, second free throw good. So unless Mountain View can pull off a miracle here, it looks like Mountain View's season will end one day after Lyman's did, live on mylocalradio.com last night. Timeout, Mountain View here, a full timeout. We're going to take this timeout. Join us on mylocalradio.com after this commercial break.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Well, Mountain View down by 8 here with 36.2 to go. Mountain View inbounding at midcourt. Braden Walk throws it into Wells. Wells races it to the three-point line, looking to go to Walk. Walk had 20 in the first half, only 2 this half. Walk leans into some contact, shoots a 3, comes up short. Dustin Reese waves his hand saying no foul, and Pinedale will dribble this thing out. Pinedale will be headed to Casper, Wyoming in the state playoffs next week. And Mountain View will come up 1 game short from the state playoffs after losing in the regional elimination game. Once again, our next contest today will be at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time between the Lyman girls and the Mountain View girls for a chance for that #1 seed in a regional championship. The regional championship will occur at 5:30 p.m. Tip off at 5:30. Pregame show about 5:15. Make sure you stay tuned to our My Local Radio Facebook page as well. We will let you know if we're going to put that game live on the radio back in the Bridger Valley. For those of you not listening online, you might be able to listen to it in your cars. Depends on if Evanston boys win in their elimination game, we will not be able to put the game on the radio, but we will update you live on our Facebook page and live on this broadcast if the game is streaming live on the radio as well. So Pinedale heads to the state playoffs next week. Pinedale will play it once later today against the winner of this next game, Worland and Lovell, for a chance at the state playoffs, #3 seed out of the West. As of right now, that's going to do it for our coverage here from Worland, Wyoming, where the Mountain View Buffaloes season ends. Unfortunately for the Buffaloes, 1 game short. We would just like to really thank and appreciate those seniors to the Mountain View Buffaloes. They only have 2 seniors, a very young team that will be back next year, probably even better than they were this year, hopefully even better than they were this year. Trenton Wells, a senior guard, had a big day on his final game of the season. And then Colby Reese, just a huge player for this Mountain View Buffalo team. And those 2 seniors will graduate and move on to much better things. We would like to appreciate and thank those seniors. Once again, if you see Colby Reese and Trenton Wells hanging around the Bridger Valley, if you see them at school, make sure you let them know how appreciative you are, as we all are, of their service for Mountain View Buffaloes basketball. That's going to do it for our coverage here from Worland, Wyoming. The final score, Pinedale, a 67-59 win